If you hear any noise in the background, please ignore that. It seems like that everyone in the neighborhood wants to do their gardening at the same time. Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Gino and today is going to be all about Louis Vuitton personalization. Yes, after my many years of shopping luxury, I have come to find that Louis Vuitton is the house that offers the widest breadth of personalization services, which is partly the reason why I keep going back to them. Every fashion house is unique in that they offer their own bespoke personalized service. Aside from owning couture, there are other ways that people can own bespoke, unique pieces. This video has really been years in the making because while I've had the idea to do this video about personalization, I didn't have enough examples up until last month. So I feel like now's the time that I can more confidently explain what options you have and what it feels like to have some of these services. We'll start with the most obvious example. Mon Monogram. I think that it used to be called My Heritage for a hot minute, but as at this morning, they call it Mon Monogram. So this is where you can buy one of their classic style canvas bags and have your initials painted on, as well as a striped design. This is actually the second item that I had ever purchased from Louis Vuitton. I bought this in 2021 and it's holding up. It still looks good. I mean, it's got stuff in it, so it is slouching a bit because it's a bit heavy. The paint job is still intact. Nothing's flaked off. Still looks just as bright as it did on the first day I got it. I purchased this on December 10. I know I was cutting it close, but fortunately this bag came within 2 weeks, so I managed to get this before Christmas of that year. I guess a 2-week turnaround between placing the order and receiving it, which is, I think, very fair considering that it's Louis Vuitton and it's your own personal design on it. From time to time, I like to play around on the website, seeing what other options you can do. They've definitely expanded their bag offering, and you can even do the pochettes now, which I'm really tempted to do, but not just yet. What kind of a flex would it be if I just had all of my luggage and all of my toiletries having the same colorway, but I mean, slightly different stripes and things, but the same kind of initials? I think that would just look really elegant. This cost me $2,500. I think it's jumped up to $3,100 now. I'll have to double check that. So I'm glad I got it when I did. I got this caught in the rain a couple of times, so it's already got those raindrop stains on it, and the handle itself is starting to patina, but that's the idea, isn't it? Now, I wouldn't say that this is the very first thing that most LV clients would opt for when it comes to personalization. They would pick something more akin to this. This is my card holder, and this is my key holder. And inside, I had my initials stamped with silver foiling there. And this one, which side of it? This one has gold. Small leather goods from LV in general are very popular Christmas gift options, especially with personalization. Again, complimentary. My speedy today actually contains all of the different kinds of personalization. So if I can fish out what the next one is, here. This is Sunsong, the latest addition to my collection. I already own 3 others. When I smelled this, I thought this was just perfect for me. This is another form of personalization, engraving. I'll put a cutaway photo of it next to another one of my perfumes. But this is laser etched. I think you can put numbers as well. And you can either choose frosted tone, so it's not colored, or you can choose a colored etching. The only one that I've done that for was on my Le Sable Rose, which was a gold etching. But I think frosted tone for the clear bottles is more appropriate. Again, complimentary. and can be done in store the same day that you purchase it. I bring this one up as a specific example because it uses the new machine. The old etching machine, I believe, was a mechanical one, but this one is laser etched. I do have footage of this bottle being engraved, but I can't share it with you because it's proprietary. What I've noticed is that the font is a bit different on this new machine. As an aside, I should mention that if you already own a wallet or card holder from LV, you can walk in and just get it hot stamped and not buy anything else. But I personally wouldn't do that unless I was also buying something else. Again, not mandatory, but it's a nice courtesy to at least buy something while you're there. You can't go wrong with perfume. There's definitely a scent for everyone. So if you're stuck trying to think about what to buy, then always just go to the perfume section. You'll find something. So with these card holders, I only did my initials, but you can also do artwork. I opted to not do artwork on my SLGs, but I did do it on other things. Luggage tags. I did not buy this luggage tag. It was actually gifted to me during the LV Christmas party in 2025. So that was so thoughtful of them. I am so grateful. This luggage tag actually has the motif for 2025 on it, which is a luggage with wings. But subsequently, I did have my initials embossed on the back. On the inside is, you see, there's nothing in there, but you can buy a separate metal plaque and have your details engraved on it. I also got my key bell here, which came with the trunk, and this one also has my initials, but it's just a, what do you call it, a blind, unfoiled embossing. This is my passport cover. So on the inside here, I got my initials again, and this time I had the Christmas stamp from 2024 embossed on here. So this is in gold and this is in silver. In case you don't know, every Louis Vuitton store has its own unique city stamp. For Australia, it was the Opera House, but due to copyright reasons, they had to discontinue it. And so Australia has been without a city stamp for a long time now. That's why I don't have an Australia stamp on here yet. But this wouldn't really be a complete video unless I show a city stamp on here. I'm gonna do something about that right now. I'm back. Well, that was a journey. Finally, I have a city stamp. This is the Merlion from Singapore. It's pretty small considering Singapore is a big country. I would have hoped for something a bit more ambitious, but this will do. We can finally move on to the trunk. I've already done a whole video about this. The absolute king of my collection. the Boyd Flaconier. A couple of things have been done with this trunk. The first one was a repolish of the hardware because even though it was kept in my office ever since I bought it, the hardware was tarnishing a bit. So I handed it back in store and requested a complimentary polish. So that process took about a week. So I was able to get this back same time next week. And it looks almost brand new. So I will definitely be taking them up on the polishing service. Also, you might have caught this already, but my initials are painted on the trunk lid. Yes, I did have this handed over to an artist, and she had also wrapped my handle in this ribbon while she was working on it, and I decided to just keep it on there for the time being. But yeah, I opted for my initials painted in gold, and if you can see, the V aligns with the monogram design on this section. So I share an initial with the brand, so just like kind of linking that up, I thought it was a nice touch. But the main event is on the back. Another form of personalization, you can choose to have an artwork painted on your trunk. There was an expression of interest put out to customers that own trunks, and my CA told me about this, and I was like, yes, please put me in the next time slot, or put me in the queue. On the day I had dropped this off, I had discussed with him some options that I was considering. I did a very bootleg Photoshop of what I wanted my design to be, so here's a picture of it. I couldn't think of any specific artwork that I wanted. I know people choose landscapes or flowers or animals, but those options didn't grab my attention. So what I instead opted was for the Christmas design that they had for 2024. If you recall, this actually is taken from the stamp design. So I opted to have it just fully emblazoned on the back here. And specifically on the back because I wanted to keep the front, like keep it traditional looking, and also that like there's really nothing happening on the back. I thought putting the artwork here would make a bigger statement. So it looks good from both sides. And I just love how this artwork came out. Like the brushwork the artist even painted the monogram design on the saddle section. Like that is precision. I wasn't thinking that they were going to do that, but that just speaks to the talent of the artist. I dropped this off on October 4 of last year, and it got returned to the store on February 4. So a solid 4 months. If you're ready to have your trunk painted, be ready to wait at least 4 months for your piece to return. But I think the wait was worth it. If I ever add a trunk in my future, I can do other carousel animals. There's at least 3 other official artworks of the carousel animals, so I can definitely get 3 other official artworks for my future trunks, whatever they may be. Even if this is my one and only trunk, I will gladly enjoy it for the rest of my life. The next thing I want to show you is this. I bought a suit jacket. Now, ever since I was invited to these LV private parties, I realized that I didn't own any LV formal wear. So I thought this year I need to invest in a jacket, so at least I'd have something ready if I ever get the call again. But otherwise, this is a very useful work jacket. I have worn this for a solid week already. I'll put a cutaway of me wearing this jacket, but this is just the most beautiful blazer. So it's in this gray checkerboard pattern, so it alludes to the damier design. It has the fleur just scattered throughout. It's got a nice wide lapel, which I like. And the binding on these buttonholes is very nice. So it has 2 buttons at the front. The top one has a fleur, if you You can see this one is just plain, but has the it's Louis Vuitton on there. Cuffs here, it's got 4 buttons. The top button is the floor, but the 3 others are just Louis Vuitton. So I paid $5,100 for this, but considering cost per wear and complimentary tailoring, which is the next form of personalization, I had to have my sleeves shortened as well as the hem of the jacket itself. So I'll put a picture of me wearing it before it was tailored. This is what the back looks like. Just has a LV patch on there. Inside pockets, there's one up there, down there. And see, who needs to carry a bag when you have 5 pockets on you? I mentioned that I had worn this for a solid week, so I was getting compliments on it. I didn't even tell them it was LV, but just on appearance alone, I was getting like compliments on it when I was wearing this. Do keep that in mind. If you're ever bored of buying bags and ready to move into the ready-to-wear world, then check with your fashion house, because most of the time they do offer complimentary tailoring. Now, I would be remiss if I didn't mention I guess what you could say, the next level of personalization, which is the personal experience. This is this year's Lunar New Year red envelopes. I am Year of the Horse. And in addition to the envelope, I got this lovely charm with the lucky knot. Like, they're not guaranteed, it's not promised to you that you would get one every year. So I am just grateful to my CA for always just leaving this aside for me every year. So, yeah. If you are a loyal client, then perks like this are a nice treat to get throughout the year. On my birthday last year, I got a couple of cakes, which was very nice. Which I ate in store. And of course, the LV parties. Honestly, I don't think I'm going to get an invite to the Christmas party this year, but I don't expect it. Whatever I receive with grace and gratitude. Of all of the types of personalization that you can get, I just feel like it's a brand that really speaks to me. So that's it for now. Thank you so much for watching. Do you own any personalized pieces from a luxury brand? If so, let me know in the comments. If I've missed anything, let me know. I remember a few years ago they offered Bespoke shoes where you could have your initials painted on like the side of a sneaker. They don't do that anymore. Kind of wish I got the chance to when it was still available, but oh well. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe, and also check out my Instagram, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.
We'll be back with more from Hilary Duff, but first, this is Today on NBC.
Thank you.